Hi guys and welcome to my channel where we talk about real things, real life, living in Korea, not that fantasy K-drama. And today we're going to talk about a topic that I feel very passionate about. I made a TikTok about this if you guys want to go see my TikTok. And the question is, should you learn Korean if you want to live in Korea or visit Korea, etc., etc.? A lot of people, you'll be amazed, feel as if they don't need to learn Korean, especially being English teachers. And I just kind of want to dissect that a little bit. I made a TikTok video, I got some views. And a lot of people were kind of assuming that I was trying to shame others. And I'm here to clarify what I meant. So first, I want to say that living in Korea, not every opportunity are you going to have someone who speaks English to you. I'm someone who had to work entirely in Korean, and I was not mentally prepared for that. Although I am multilingual, I did not learn professional Korean before I came here. Especially if you're a teacher or other things like that, you need to really be aware that not every circumstance is going to be catered to you. And by this, I mean, you're going to be the last one informed. At least if you know Korean, you're going to be hearing about it a little bit more, and that helps. I can't explain to you how many times there's been hueshik. Certain people would purposely try to not let me know, and so they'll whisper it in Korean to each other. It made me realize that there's just some times where I'm a nuisance to the people around me. A nuisance. Is that right? A nuisance? I'm a nuisance to the people around me because they have to translate to me in English. And that is often why a lot of co-teachers in Korea, specifically the main co-teachers, can resent their native English speaker teacher because they feel like they have to do all this extra work. That is often why you'll hear like they're not your babysitter, they don't have to help you. And a lot of times, especially in the recent years, they won't. Think about it like this. What if you come here, you're riding on one of those scooters, you don't have a license, which is illegal by the way, a lot of people do that. You fall, you gotta go to the hospital, and you're gonna see how exhausted, you're gonna actually see in 4K how exhausted people are having to translate everything to you. You'll be amazed. They will literally learn English their entire academic career and their entire life, and they will still be like, she's gonna speak to me in Korean. Let's talk about the aspects of foreigners shaming foreigners, or people shaming other people for not knowing the language, etc., etc. I kind of want to dive into that. The foreigner community can be very harsh to each other. Sometimes it's just completely unwarranted and it's just not fair to other foreigners. So just keep in mind when you are learning Korean or you don't know Korean in Korea, it will alter your experiences because people will shame you for not knowing Korean. And I'm going to give you an example of this. I signed up for the level 2 at my community center. I was in this classroom with this woman who has been here for 10 years. Every single time we talked, she talked to me like I was a little child. It was extremely condescending. She would just be talking the professor's ear off, and we'd all be like, and trying to connect with her. If she makes a mistake, she will blame me for it, even if she's wrong. Some people are super, super, super high ego, highly critical about learning a language. And those types of people you do not want to be around. I want to say that learning Korean kind of opens doors for you that I don't think people recognize. I think it's a better way to connect to your co-teachers if you're a teacher. It's a better way to connect to your co-workers. It's a better way to connect to your principals and to understand different customs. Now, I do understand that the nunchi aspect and the work culture is super overwhelming, but it also makes this experience a little bit more rewarding. A lot of people talk about how like Korean society, like if you're an English teacher, there's no way working up, which is true. Like, yeah, if you're an English teacher here, you're very much trapped into that. But I think if you go out of your way to learn certain aspects of Korean, there's different types of jobs that you can get. And there's a lot of grad schools and opportunities like that. There's also creative outlets like, YouTube channels and things like that. You can help other people. My life, when I originally came to here in Korea, before I learned Korean, it was very isolated. It was very, very cold, and it was like super hard to connect to people because they would just avoid me because I was a foreigner. And learning Korean completely changed my experience, and it helped people see me for the positive person that I am. Especially if you're gonna live here, learning Korean is an essential. Also, I want to give one experience where I was shamed by a native Korean speaker. A lot of people talk about how they don't get shamed by native Korean speakers, but I would say that my experience, I've got shamed by a lot of native Korean speakers before I've gotten shamed by other foreigners. So boom, I was at a birthday party. I was minding my business, and I was trying to practice my Korean with someone. And I said like, 느낌이에요. 느낌. 느낌 means like feeling. And I was like, the feeling. And the Korean person was like, you really need to learn to work on your accent. Mind you, they have such a strong accent that I can barely understand them speaking English. And I want it to be like, and don't you literally own a hagwon? But I don't understand what you're saying. But then I would be the villain, but then I would be the villain, but then I would be the villain, right? And then I would be the bad guy. I would be the, they need rappers like me. Somebody gotta be the villain. Because she was insecure. I think my entire experience learning Korean, I've been shamed by more Koreans than I've been shamed by other foreigners. And it's always foreigners that have been here for like 10 years that are usually like unemployed. So like, does it really hurt my feelings? No, not really. I'm not laughing at them for being unemployed, but long story short, you should definitely put in energy to learn Korean, because if you don't put in the energy to learn Korean, you're going to experience a lot of mishaps and a lot of issues. But I'm not shaming you though. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to help those that are coming here, okay? Anyway, girlies, thank you for watching my vlog. Anyway, girlies, thank you for watching my vlog on should you learn Korean. This is my little rant session. I hope you guys liked it. Feel free to ask me any questions about my life in Korea, and I'm going to start making more YouTube videos. Yay! So if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.